A pilot podcast.
Cody, just let the music play. God.
Yeah, dude. Jeez. Louise.
Anyways, hi.
His face right now
He
is
just
everything.
doesn't care. He's done with us.
He's like, you guys are so fucking annoying. I can't stand you.
Welcome to a pilot podcast. We review pilots of TV shows. We help you decide if you should watch them or not. I'm Frani.
Logan.
I'm just gonna let the machine talk for me now. So
It didn't have anything to say.
It said, "Beep."
sounds about right. So hi, what do we do here?
He's like, you don't get to know who I am. Well, I already said we review TV show pilots. What are we talking about today? We're talking about The Wilds
Yeah.
And Invincible.
and Invincible.
And we're talking about the entire season 1 of Invincible.
and just the pilot of The Wilds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start with The Wilds then.
As I don't see me watching anymore.
Does that mean we should start with the Wilds?
The elusive texter has texted back.
Oh,
Yes, that should work. Is what he
okay,
said.
great. All right.
Is it Kate McKinnon?
Yes. We're hanging out with her
No.
on Friday.
I would love to hang out with Kate McKinnon.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like she's chill.
Are we not chill?
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
What does Kate McKinnon have that I don't have?
Yeah.
Probably a bunch of Tonys and Emmys and
Probably money too.
money. Yeah.
You know, broad appeal.
A studio that's not in a trailer park.
Ghostbusters on DVD.
I have it on Blu-ray.
The
God.
original or the one with?
The remake too.
Okay. Fine, you won me over. The dogs are joining us in the studio today.
Yeah,
if
they're
you hear
hanging
any
out.
sniffings.
They're hanging out. You probably can't pick up on his little snoot. He's a pug. He's got a very smush snoot.
Right now he's sniffing a garbage can, so I don't think he cares.
Don't talk about yourself that way.
So The Wilds.
The Wilds.
This was actually a fan requested, fan/friend of the pod requested episode by my good friend Nyoka.
Hi, Nyoka.
Shout out to Nyoka.
Shout out to Nyoka, and remember, Nyoka, no matter what I say, we're still friends. I promise. All right. So before I rip it to shreds, does anybody have anything they want to say about it?
The Wikipedia.
Oh,
We
okay.
should probably talk about what happens in it.
I
Yeah.
guess.
So The Wilds is an American drama streaming television series created by Sarah Stryker for Amazon Prime Video. The series centers around a group of teenage girls who are left stranded on a deserted island after a plane crash. Let's see. It aired in December of 2020, received mostly positive reviews from critics, with praised performances on the
Wow.
writing and plot. It was renewed for
Shocking.
a second season. So, wow.
So all the promotional art for this have women screaming distantly. I just wanted to throw that out there. There's not a single poster you're going to find without one woman screaming at nothingness in it. And that's how I felt watching it.
The Wilds promotional.
You're going to see a lot of women yelling. There's, I think, like the cover, they're not. But
We
like,
will definitely have to add that in the thumbnail.
yeah, you'll definitely find at least one.
So who wants to go over the plot of the pilot? I can.
Okay.
Go for it, dude.
Okay. So it centers around, wow, I forget all the characters' names.
Because there's too many and they all
Holy
suck.
shit, there's a lot of characters. Baby, this is a ride.
This is a really bad show, guys.
It's an Amazon Prime original, correct? Yeah, we went over that.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's got all these characters, and they're all annoyed teenagers with no character development on a private flight that is clearly, ever so clearly, and you can tell this by the end of the episode, is not right and is weird that they're doing this.
Yeah, so it centers
It's just
around,
bad. It's Lord of the Flies with angry women that aren't real characters.
I like the
Yeah.
font.
It centers around 9 teenage girls.
That's too many.
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
a lot. Well, by the end of the episode, there's no longer 9.
Fine. 8 teenage girls is too many.
The main character, at least of the first episode, from my understanding, each episode, I didn't watch it. I'm going off of what the suggester of said show, said that each episode is told from a different girl's perspective. This one is told through Leah. That's our main character for this episode, at least. So she has a bad breakup. All we know at first is she has a bad breakup. Her parents send her to this women's retreat to like kind of like help her get over that. She's like a high school senior. I think all these girls are around the same age.
Or lying about it.
Or lying. Oof. We'll get into that. So she boards a flight to Hawaii, where she's supposed to go on this women's retreat. All about like feminism and just kind of help her become a woman and get out of her funk. So the plane actually begins to crash. They land on a deserted island. All the girls survive. They're there alone. I guess none of the pilots or anything. They don't see anybody else from the crew. It's just them. They all washed up on this island. And then the show is about them surviving on that island. And it's actually told from Leah's perspective after they've been captured. She's telling, I guess, like detectives or reporters or something, like the story. But she's more talking about not what happened on the island, more talking about the breakup with said guy.
Yeah.
And talking about like her emotions and everything.
Being generally fucking lame.
I wanted to like this show. But right off the bat, we are romanticizing pedophilia.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The fucking dialogue in this show, dude.
Yeah, Logan, do you want to talk a little bit about your feelings or the show, or Cody, or...
Yeah, if you pee uphill, the person behind you is going to get covered in piss.
So the characters are a little ridiculous. They're all very, at least in the first episode, the dialogue. She
drops trow and starts singing this Christian song, and then pees.
Her name's Shelby Goodkind, actually, according to when you pause it on Amazon.
And one could only assume that the person behind her's feet were covered in piss.
Yeah.
And in retaliation, she hit her in the face with
a fucking bush.
She'll be hitting her in the face with a different kind of bush later.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Yeah. This is the most lesbian show in existence.
This show is so gay.
I'm surprised the whole time Love is a Battlefield wasn't playing.
Cody, what did you think of it?
I
wasn't sure what you'd think watching it. I couldn't gauge what I thought you would think.
So, like, I feel like it's like a premise that like could be cool if it had been like done right and was like interesting and had like some like, you know, good dialogue. I will
Characters or a good story.
Yeah. I'll say my favorite piece of dialogue in the whole entire show was, I'm not a lesbian, I just like storage.
Oh, she was talking about her cargo pants. Iconic.
I think I have another quote that I wrote down because I thought, wow, that's really the worst thing I've ever heard.
I have a lot of notes, actually.
I had 3.
She wrote, books, man, I can't get into them, said staunch future gym teacher lesbian.
So true.
Tell me that's not the gym teacher.
So the breakup Leah is like talking about the whole time is so I guess she got assigned in school this book written by an alumni from her high school. That alumni comes to like talk about his book. He needs a ride home. Leah ends up volunteering because she finds him handsome and she really liked the book. The book is kind of like, from what she read, it seems like it's like written from a woman's perspective by an in touch with his feminine side man. Like, so she drives him home. They spark a bit of a romance. He is an older man. She tells him in 2 weeks she's going to be 18. They sleep together. Turns out she was lying to him. And in 2 weeks she was going to be 17. Somebody sent him her birth certificate, unknown number.
I think it's her dad. Anyway. Also,
if you're waiting for her to turn 18, the only thing stopping you from being a pedophile is the fucking law. And that's creepy.
It's so true though.
This really romanticizes that romance too. Like
I don't know. It actually de-romanticizes it. I think in a bit.
Really?
Because it doesn't work out.
I guess.
But also, I want to point this out though. Why'd she bring that book with her?
Because she is heartbroken.
She brought the book with her.
She is in love with him.
Yeah.
She lost her virginity to him.
No, but he literally was like, "Quit stalking me," and that's why she's all depressed. Like, I can't.
She's 17. Being a 17-year-old girl in this
Highly
situation,
emotional.
highly emotional. I mean, I think if I was a 17-year-old girl and I saw this, I would have liked it a lot. But I think now I just kind of see how shallow the characters are portrayed. But I guess that is kind of 17-year-old girls. Yeah, I mean,
okay. Here's my problem. Is I know that like younger me totally would have related to her. I would have been like, ooh, falling in love with the dreamy artist who like.
and it kind of like brings me to my younger self a little bit.
But,
Like part of me liked a little bit of the show.
The unrelenting calling herself basic when she's literally this gorgeous person is so fucking
It's so
annoying.
funny.
Without him, then you just felt kind of basic. It's like,
Gosh.
shut up. Like,
Her
you're
friend-
fucking literally gorgeous.
Being a 17-year-old girl is stressful, okay?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But I hate how she talks about like the real trauma. Like the real trauma wasn't from the island; it was from high school.
Yeah. That
Come
was
on, dude.
awful.
It was a
That
bit much.
was awful.
A lot of
Also,
a
she
lot of the
could be
dialogue.
poor, but she's not.
Well, they
Yeah.
literally watched that bitch die at the end, and she's like, "The worst part was I got bullied in high school." It's like you watched that chick die.
Yeah,
and
you
you
saw
saved her life.
You saw her internal bleeding, but really, you're more heartbroken over this guy than watching somebody you just bonded with die. All right, get your priorities in order.
Granted, that chick was 21 Jump Streeting them, so
She was.
I really think I feel that bad
saw.
about it.
I saw the plot twist happening.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
From the inception of a creepy video while they're taking a private flight. Like, I
It's
know
a
what's
bit
gonna
much.
happen. She's like, when you come here, you'll learn to be a woman, and we're gonna torture these
So-
children.
I know.
We're gonna torture these children.
Social experiment.
Yeah, it was all a social experiment. The plane was supposed to crash.
It's like a bad YouTube video.
Yeah, they're supposed to land on the. It's like what Logan said, Kid Nation. It's like Kid Nation, but the fucking fictional version.
What
set
Bob?
with moody lesbian teenagers.
It's so bad.
It's very lesbian.
Well,
This
it
is
would-
very lesbian. It feels like they're all gonna fuck.
I mean, it's likely.
There's a lot of undertones.
Even the sisters.
Even the sisters.
No, the sisters are both lesbians in their own right,
Yeah,
but everyone here is a lesbian.
everyone here's a
I
lesbian.
can't even believe that.
Everybody on this island is a fucking lesbian, and I find that
Dude, in 2 weeks, that chick with the cargo pants is gonna be the alpha.
she's gonna be the alpha lesbian. Is that your prediction?
She's gonna be like that one. What's that one porn star? Fuck, it's that one like lesbian porn star that's really popular. I can't remember. Fuck. I wish I
I
remembered.
don't know. I like the southern lesbian whose last name is Goodkind. Shelby Goodkind. Wow. It's really something.
Do you think even the turtle that one girl saved is a lesbian? Like, is that
Maybe.
whole island
Yeah.
just estrogen?
This
city?
is just this is just the fucking island from Wonder Woman in its
She
inception.
makes it. They make a bad Gilligan's Island joke, and I want to fucking strangled myself. I
God.
literally was so upset. It was terrible. I'd rather watch Gilligan's Island 100%.
I want to know if the parents knew that like this was a social
Yes,
experiment.
because they got her that special suitcases that were water resistant. The parents
Oh,
know.
Yeah, the parents do know. You're right.
Well, like what made me want to like jump off a bridge is when they were like, we all knew CPR. Do you think that's important? You basically should have just looked at the camera and been like, that's important.
Yeah.
like
Like
just
maybe you're
so
all here
much
because you know
hand-holding.
CPR.
So much hand.
I feel like I might watch the second episode though out of morbid curiosity.
Not in my house.
It's our house, sir.
This island taught us it's our house. Thank you.
That's the worst.
Feminism.
It's the worst show we've reviewed on here.
Really? Think so?
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, we've watched a lot of crap. This is really bad. The dialogue is horrible, dude.
The dialogue is pretty bad. There are some moments. I think you wrote down some quotes even because
like,
you were so.
it's offensive.
Yeah.
You're expecting me to take these stakes as real when like it's like, and you know what was the least chill part when Cho Chan died? Like, you know what I mean? Like what the fuck, bro? It's like, and for one, the only clearly not like significantly pretty person too is the person who's killed off and is the secret agent as well.
Weird. Yeah.
The sister who like was like, I think you needed a break. The diver's sister reminds me of the girl from the Polar Express.
Her outfit.
Because she's
you're not
like
wrong.
literally like she's always like watching, and there's like that one meme from Polar Express where the girl's just like looking at him like chocolate.
What about the fact that they're literally dilapidated and like there's like barely any food and that chick's doing push-ups? What a fucking cunt.
That's something.
Do you think we'd all revert to never have I ever having Barry?
Oh, that's the other thing I was gonna say. What was with the weird, sexy lesbian sleepover vibe when they're literally stranded on an island? Let's play Never Have I Ever whipped my tits out in front of my friends, but I'll do it right now.
Oh my gosh,
That's like literally their attitude. I'm like, what's her face is dying.
Stacey, I would never do that. Oh my gosh, but like, do you want me to?
insert gonna die in this episode character's name here is dead, and you're just like whipping your tits out. This is ridiculous.
Did it get renewed for season 2?
Yes, it did.
Wow.
That's crazy. It's
Maybe
really
it gets
bad.
better.
No, it doesn't.
I don't think so, but
Because now we
maybe.
know that it's planned and it's already bad.
Yeah, I feel like
That's
it would have
already
been
bad.
better if we would have not known that it was planned
Also, how do
right
you-
away.
How do you make a
Yeah.
season 2? Because don't they like get off the island just based on this interview, right?
Yeah.
So what they like? There's like sequel time. We're going back on a yacht. Oh no, we're stranded again.
Well,
I would never travel ever again. I would never travel again. And they're like, season 2, we're going to Cabo. Oops, we're shipwrecked.
Well, maybe it's new.
It's like fucking Madagascar, but with weird teenagers who feel sexually odd about each other.
Maybe it is with new girls.
It would have to
Maybe
be
it's
new
just a gay
girls.
island. Maybe it's new boys.
Oh.
Okay, I'd watch episode 1 of that just
I know,
to see how
I would
ridiculous.
kind of watch
just to
it.
see if they play into like
Never have
overly-
I ever whipped my dick out. I'll do it.
Because gay dudes like or just dudes in general, they don't play if they know somebody's down. They're down. They would be fucking while falling to their death on the plane.
I'd also be surprised if they hadn't all like murdered each other for those Diet Cokes by the end of the day. Like, a whole different beast.
Also, the sugar sinks. I just don't want to fucking hear it. It's so dumb.
It's so bad.
Get your Uberfax Twitter post out of this fucking show. I don't give a fuck if sugar sinks or not. Dumb fucking plot point bullshit.
She's. Why are we only getting diets?
Wait,
they want you to
we're gonna
lose
find
weight.
out. Yeah, we're gonna find out. There's just aggressive fat camp.
I thought it was gonna be some shit like that because like I feel like whenever like
Isn't there like a popular show about a fat camp? Should we cover that?
I don't know, but whenever
Aw.
I've gone to anything like feminist like fucking groups and shit, when I was a little Christian girl, it was always like diet everything, no sugar. Here you go, fatties.
Harsh family trauma. All right.
Wow.
I'm just saying. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't think I like it.
No.
It's fucking awful.
No.
And it's so unbearably long.
I was literally just about to say
It's so long.
why was it 58 minutes? Why? It did not need to be.
Why not just have the
58
first
minutes.
episode be no one's perspective, and then start making them
Yeah.
like just have it be the events as they unfold? That's inherently interesting.
I just think Leah's a bit insufferable.
no, they're all
Honestly.
pretty
They're all
bad.
bad.
I
Yeah.
can't think of one that I'd like. I guess like the Christian chick kind of has like this cult vibe
She's
to her.
like, I'm
Yeah.
a Christian girl.
cool.
Ooh, and the other girl's
girly,
like,
but
God's
I-
not real. That's
But I-
also amazing.
But I also camp and I hunt and I fish, even though I'm blonde. Aren't
The Lord
I
is a
edgy?
lie. Like the other chick, that's her personality, just being like, you fucking dumb bitch. You think there's wizards in the sky? Her personality is simply to dismantle this other girl emotionally and mentally the whole time they're there.
She's an ordained youth minister.
It's weird that she flexed that.
They made me want to die.
It's weird that she flexed that. She was like, well, I am an ordained minister. It's like, this bitch
Even
is
though
dead.
she's
No
a
one cares.
lesbian.
No one cares that you're an ordained minister. This woman, who we never learned the name of, is dead.
Yeah.
And we should have known because she was internally bleeding the whole time.
We
Yeah,
sang "Raise Your
which,
Glass"
like-
at your funeral.
Also, the dedication.
Oh my God!
Did you forget that?
I
Yeah.
did. That's the worst thing in this whole episode. That is the worst thing in this whole episode.
Raise
It's
your
like Pink is
glass.
always there for you. You're going through a breakup, a shipwreck. Like she's there for you. But
The fact that like it wasn't just her that liked Pink either, but it was like
they
Pink was-
all knew the words.
I mean, I know all the words.
You are wrong. Oh
She's
my
like, I really considered myself to be a fan of hip hop, but I think Pink's my favorite. And I thought,
God. Pink's my
I literally knew Pink will be plot relevant in
Yep.
25 seconds.
Yep. And then you
Because
heard the
that's all they did the
ringtone.
whole episode was let's be shitty and dramatic, and occasionally things are important. So when they're not being shitty, I assume it's important.
So
Because otherwise they're vicious animals to each other.
they did say something else at the end, that there's another agent with them. Do you have any guesses on if you think it's one of the girls?
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, they said at the
I
end
don't
that
remember that.
they still have another
Well, that's
agent
an inherently
with
interesting thing I didn't think about before. Which one of them's really an adult?
them. Yeah.
All right, so nobody who's paired up sibling-wise.
It can't be the siblings.
I'm going to go with the lesbian gym teacher.
Oh, you think so?
That's
yeah,
my guess.
that makes the most sense.
Because she...
I think it's the youth minister girl.
No. She's
You think
she's
that's too
obnoxious.
obvious?
She's obnoxious, too.
And maybe I'm wrong that they didn't say that, but I feel like I heard them. No, they said that. They definitely fucking said they have another
Well,
agent.
I don't know, because remember when they were like, "Do you want to call someone?" and she was like, "No, I'm okay. Go on." Like, I don't know.
I thought she did try to call somebody.
Right?
Yeah.
The lesbian chick didn't even try to call anybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I say lesbian chick like that really differentiates. That one.
Cargo
one-
pants.
Yeah, cargo pants. No books.
The real obvious.
The one who's pretending to be dumb.
Yeah. For no reason.
Yeah, I'd
It's-
definitely say it's her. But I mean,
If you're going to keep watching, we won't spoil it for ourselves. But if you aren't, we should just Google this right now.
yeah. Should we Google?
So first, let's say what we think. Because is everybody done, essentially, is what I'm asking? To be honest with you, it's so bad. I feel like I could, like the pink thing, like I could beat it to death forever, but I just don't know if they're different issues. I think it's not like there's 80 problems with the show. It's that there's one ongoing problem, and it is the show.
Yeah, it's the
The show
dialogue
is a problem.
a little bad.
The setups, the dialogue, the reveals, the characters.
I feel like this could have been done well.
I don't think so.
You don't think this concept could be done
Not
well?
the way,
I think this
not with
concept
the
could be
not
done
with the
well.
not with the switch up at the end that they're not actually stranded. I think a
No.
legitimate stranded island story
Yeah.
could be inherently compelling because they always are.
I wish they were actually stranded, and I wish she didn't just talk about a fucking pedophile.
What
the
I'm
whole
waiting
time.
for is that there's so many degenerative, like horrible people in the world. I want there to be a show where it's like a shipwreck or like a plane wreck, and it just happens to be that one of these people is a horrible cannibal. Like I want something inherently interesting to happen with these characters. Everybody here is vanilla as fuck.
Yeah, I feel like they'll get less vanilla.
I doubt it.
do we want to spoil?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh wait.
Oh,
First
wait,
we have to
hold on,
do
hold
the
on.
review. We have to.
Okay.
We got to timestamp it too.
1 out of 10, dead ass. Sorry,
I'm gonna-
Nayoka. I think you're a 10 out of 10 as a friend.
Aww.
And I think your baby is a 10 out of 10.
Who owns
Adorable.
the first piece of Crosscut Cinema
We love you.
merch?
We hate the show. We love you, but we hate the show.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to like argue with us about how we're wrong, I'd love to hear it.
Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 3 out of 10.
Okay.
I saw no. I think I'll actually raise that. I will give it a.
You were kind of liking parts, and then I'd
Yeah.
make fun of it, and you'd say, don't pause it. Let's just get through
I'm
it.
gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5, or 4.5 out of 10. Oof, not 4.5 out of 5. I think a younger me would have liked this more. I think,
but it's not a youth thing.
no, I don't think it's a
not
youth
like,
thing. I
like
think
you
it's just
keep saying it's a youth thing. This is inherently bad. I think youths could see this was bad, and the ones who like it doesn't matter what age they are. I think anybody at any age could like this. It's really
Yeah.
like, are you into over the top kind of like clunky, crazy stories like this?
yeah.
And like, are you into the like faux drama of it all? Like, do you find it fun? If you don't find bad shit kind of fun to watch, you're not gonna like
And
it.
I find bad shit kind of fun. Like I
Yeah.
am a lover of Gossip Girl and trash like that.
Yeah. This is like it's just trash. It has nothing to do with how old you are.
Yeah.
You have to like trash or not like trash. I as a 13-year-old
see
would
that.
hate this show just the same.
I think I like trash, and I think I had more tolerance for trash. Like I had more time for trash a couple years ago. Now I have podcast homework and stuff, so I probably won't dive into this one. But probably like 2-3 years ago, prior to the podcast, when I had more time to watch trash, I would have watched this. What about you,
Like
CL?
like a 1.5.
Cody will finish the season though, as he always does with bad shows.
Like a 1.5.
Are you gonna watch it?
No. Because I feel like it had potential. That's why it has a
It did.
0.5. But I want to ask real quick, who do you think you are? Like, do you have a character that you see yourself in?
Not really.
Okay.
I think myself at the age of the characters, I was just as insufferable as the Leah character.
Absolutely.
So I'd say
Facts.
Leah.
I'd probably say I'm Leah too.
I was the slightly older man.
There you are.
That's
you
horrible.
you weren't a pedophile age though, so
Maybe who knows? Cody's having a moment over there. He's looking around as though he's not in the room.
God. Yeah, I think
here?
I would have liked this in high. What I meant by younger is I think I would have liked this in high school because I would have related to it a little more, and I see where I would have related it to it more. It feels like Skins, but done wrong, done a little bad. You know,
It's more of a flesh.
Like if you like this, you'll be amazed by how good Skins is.
That's true. If you like this, and you like the drama of it, Skins
You'll fucking love Skins.
Skins is like elevated because it's good and stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I just
Which
think there's
we
better
will be
versions
doing more Skins, so
of like a drama done from different people's perspective, like kind of like showing the same events but through different lenses. I think Skins does that better.
I think when we do like 3 and 4, like the second series for Skins, we have to watch all of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the show is insane those seasons. We have to watch the whole thing.
Okay.
That's like 16 episodes or something.
Our dog is sniffing your elbow.
Yeah, he does that.
It's cute.
He does that from time to time.
I want to say a spoiler real quick.
Okay. Let me
At
timestamp.
this point on, it's spoilers.
Spoilers. I literally was like, wait, what? Because apparently Shelby, the blonde girl, her dad runs a conversion therapy camp.
Yikes!
And it flash forwards to her because apparently she is gay. And she like apparently has a relationship with a girl from her pageant days, and the girl commits suicide. So
that's way too intense.
And then she's being interviewed by the FBI agents, and apparently she has a buzz cut when they first reveal her. So apparently only lesbians, like it's a lesbian thing to have a buzz cut. Apparently, it's like okay, cool.
It's so bad, guys.
Yeah,
it's
like
so bad.
A lot of it's like.
I get like why Naoka likes it, because it's kind of dumb fun in some ways.
It's like soapy in like a new age way. It's like 2021 version of a soap opera.
But Shelby has a relationship with Tony. I don't remember which one's Tony.
Isn't Tony the chick that whacked her with a bush?
Maybe?
I think so. I think they kind of set up the relationships in the first episode,
like,
honestly. Let me
apparently
look. Hold
one
on.
of them's there.
Tony is the girl that
whapped her with the bush.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's no hidden.
That's a wet.
No hidden meanings
and then
there.
she whaps her bush later.
That was the joke. It was meant to be subtle. It was meant to be subtle.
We didn't need subtlety.
It was meant to be subtle.
This fucking show has no subtlety.
I know. That's why I'm
okay?
trying to give them some subtlety. Because if
If
they watched
subtlety,
it,
leave it in the comments.
God.
Subtly. I might want. Just leave the comment. I might want.
Put it in parentheses, okay? Yeah, but apparently like other storylines are bulimia, hazing.
Oh my god.
Apparently there's a conspiracy that the FBI agents aren't even FBI agents. I don't know. The show is a mess.
So who was the other agent though?
I couldn't find it.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's not another agent. I thought there was. I thought they said
second agent, other agent, agents, hidden agent.
Because I thought maybe it was the flight attendant guy and then her.
Well, flight attendant guy was in the like when they were like there's something went wrong. I think that was the flight attendant guy.
Yeah, maybe there is another agent on the island, just not with the group.
Maybe.
Because they said there's another agent out there.
Naoka, let us know. Text Naoka.
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
if there's a second one.
Right.
Is there a second agent? I don't know if I care.
Right. I don't know. I don't know, man. This show's a lot.
Yeah, don't watch it.
But also nothing.
It's a cringe factory.
Yeah, like just them talking to each other on the flights, and when she's like, have you even been listening? And then she repeats it all back to her all sassy. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. Your time isn't that important. You guys are getting ready to take off or whatever, or you guys are already in flight. You can't fucking sit there and talk to somebody for 10 seconds and act half interested. You fucking stuck up little bitch.
If I hear
that
one,
pissed me off when she was like read it all back to her. It was like, I was listening.
Yeah, I kind of hated that.
It's like, shut the fuck up. Who cares about you? Did you start stuttering in like the next fucking 20 minutes?
No. If I have to hear one more time some douchey hipster guy who's like, I don't have a smartphone, I have a flip phone.
I know.
I'm going to fuck myself.
girl,
Why did
ladies,
you fuck him? Why would you do
It's
it?
so
ladies
bad.
and gents alike,
So
if a
bad.
man says that he's too hipster for a smartphone,
Or like
fucking
doesn't,
run.
or like is like I don't
Fucking
use social
run.
media
Or
ever.
Fucking run. He is dangerous. Fucking run.
Or if you're 16 and he's like coming to speak at your school because he's an adult, yeah,
Fucking run.
Run.
Don't drive him home. That's creepy.
Yeah, make the teacher do it.
He
Did
will
you
be a
watch You?
pedophile.
Dude, without social media, did you watch You? Did you see the show?
Yeah.
So
Yikes.
bad.
Did you learn nothing?
Did you not listen to our episode on You?
Yeah, a lot of people didn't.
Yeah, apparently not. None of you did. Go watch it. Did we get a response from Nayoka?
I doubt I will right away.
Okay.
We'll never update if it doesn't happen in the episode, and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
No,
I
nobody.
don't think anyone
I
cares.
sent the message. It's in the universe.
It's out
Okay.
there,
Yeah.
guys.
It's out
We
there.
tried.
There might be one. We'll see.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll definitely still bring it up at the end, and you'll not,
yeah.
you won't know if it's there because we won't put
Wait,
a timestamp.
Logan,
You'll
did
have
you
to listen to
say-
the whole thing.
Did you say who you are?
I'm none of these people.
You're none of these people?
I actually jokingly said the older guy to make you cringe,
Oh, yeah.
and then it just
That's
worked on
about
Cody,
it.
and that's it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Should we force a character on him?
We're gonna make
can.
him the hyper lesbian, the one with the cargos.
Oh,
Really? You think I'm the fucking
No.
dumpster fire
I don't-
lesbian?
I don't agree.
You think I'm the one who's just like, I'm lonely.
I have
Anyone
no idea.
speak to me? That's
you were
me.
not represented here. You know, I
That's
feel like
what I said.
you're the secret agent because you pretend like
Because you fake as
no,
hell.
listen, because people look at you and they think you're into a certain type of music, but then if they look at your Spotify history,
It's
they're
all
gonna see they're gonna see just pink, baby.
Pretty, please.
But if I was going to say you're any of them,
And you so don't want to bother people that you would sit there with internal bleeding the whole time.
Fuck that. I'd be so loud.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
hello.
Also,
Yeah.
she's
I have internal bleeding.
She's
would
fucking
say-
dedicated to her job to not like contact somebody with internal
And then I would
bleeding.
actually point out how I'm worth living more than a lot of people that we're with if I think it's true. I'm like, I should have lived and you shouldn't have. I would be doing that. So I definitely would not be quiet.
What
and
were
not
you
wanna
saying,
bother
Cody?
anybody.
I was going to say if he was anyone, I'd say he's probably the girl who hit the Christian girl in the bush.
There you are.
No, that's Zane.
God.
That's Zane.
I feel like Zane's both of them.
That's a little inside joke about a personal friend. All right,
No,
guys.
we're talking about Zayn Malik.
Zayn Malik.
Yeah, Zayn Malik and Gigi Hadid recreate that scene.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick pause and
And
come-
also, if you pee uphill, it will get on your friends anyway.
yeah, don't pee uphill of your friends.
Don't
Yeah, I think that's the main lesson from this. And don't go on weird retreats. It's just bad vibes. All right, guys, we'll be right back.
Hey, looking for more content? Check out Crosscut Cinema, where me, Franny, and my friends review movies. Or check out a pilot podcast where we review TV pilots with recording artist CL Blue. Or hey, check out me hanging out with my friends on Average Joe Interviews. Socials and links are in the bio. Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, it's CL. I have an EP out now called Temple. It's a collection of songs I wrote when I was 18, and it's available on all streaming platforms, wherever you get your music.
So baby, look into my eyes. My body's a temple.
And we're back. We're talking about Invincible.
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 All right. Cody, do you want to start us off with that wiki?
Yeah, Invincible is an American adult animated superhero television series based on the Image Comics series of the same name by Robert Kirkman, Cory Walker, and Ryan Ottley. It premiered on Amazon Prime in March of 2021 to critical acclaim for its animation, action sequences, and performances. The series stars Stephen Yeun, Sandra Oh, and J.K. Simmons. It revolves around 17-year-old Mark Grayson and his transformation into a superhero under the guidance of his father, Omni-Man.
Dope. And obviously, if you don't know who Robert Kirkman is, he is also the creator of The Walking Dead. So,
Yep.
What's even crazier is that this book was written in succession with The Walking Dead. So he'd write 6 issues of Walking, and then he'd write 6 issues of Invincible. So were
Wow.
thinking about the same process of the same thought process of the same artist at that time. So you'll notice similarities, especially when it comes to gore. It seems like both are very gory properties, as this one
Definitely.
Yeah.
turns out to be. Now, we are going to review just the pilot right now, but know that the pilot alone has a huge spoiler.
Yep.
So if you want it to be fresh for you, watch the show first, then listen to this.
This is definitely a show that you want to watch all in one. And
Mhm.
honestly, I wouldn't really separate from the pilot. So if you're like, I'm going to watch this show, I would watch it all together. I wouldn't
Mhm.
even listen before you've watched the whole season.
But
Yeah, I'd say that's fair because I feel like you got to get through the whole pilot to even know what the show is.
so right
too.
off the bat, do we all agree that it's good?
Yes.
Oh,
all right.
it's so fucking
It's good, and if you don't want it spoiled for you, go listen to it right now, or
Right
watch
now.
it. Watch it right now, and then come back to this.
Okay. So episode 1 spoilers starting right now.
That ending. Did you see the ending coming?
Yes.
How did you already know?
No.
Whoa,
Based
really?
on social media or anything?
Nope.
Wow.
I knew the moment that, like, when the second one got the command, like, that was like, oh, we're being called somewhere. I was like, they're getting set up.
For Omni-Man,
They're
did you
getting
know it was
set
going to be him?
I don't know why, but his character, something about him fell off even when,
Well, yeah, they were making
Bad
it that
vibes.
way.
well, yeah, but like, it was like bad vibes to the point that I was like, okay, he's the big bad. I can already tell. So it didn't make it any less powerful though. Like, it was still like such a really cool fight sequence.
And did you know for a fact, because like I said, spoilers for everything. Spoilers for everything.
Yeah.
Did you know for sure that he was not under any sort of duress or control? Like, you knew for sure he was 100% evil?
I was like 90% sure.
Do you know how I pretty much knew too?
Tell me.
Because I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan.
Yeah.
And that is literally the Saiyan
Yeah.
storyline. The Viltrumites and the Saiyans are the same. Omni-Man is like a weird backwards ridden Raditz.
Yeah.
But still awesome. Like, this is a fucking great show. Like,
So
it's
good.
it's really, really good. J.K. Simmons basically reprising his role from Whiplash in a way, yelling at a child the whole time, throwing things at it.
Yeah.
He's great as this like quasi nearly abusive father that like you only get elements of ugly so often where you don't know, unless like, you know, you're familiar with it. You generally don't know how deep his evilness is. Like is he being controlled by something? Is this like a thing of nature? Is he like a Thanos type who thinks he's doing this for good, which kind of is, but
Kind
also
of.
he actually is cruel aside from that. He's not just a Thanos character who thinks he's doing good. He is, by definition, also a cruel person.
He's a
Very cruel.
supremacist. He
Yeah.
believes his kind is elite. And while he may not necessarily know that he's like not necessarily right, he still knows what he's doing is wrong, but he views it as correct.
Yeah.
And he views people as being less than important.
100%.
And like that's ultimately like the big difference of like that's the big reveal. You don't like, I think people are starting to figure out there's something wrong throughout the whole thing. Damien Darkblood is basically letting you know like, yes, it was definitely him.
yeah.
Which the character of Damien Darkblood's fucking awesome. But
Loved him.
like the show as it goes on, like the big reveal is like, oh, it's that deep. Like he's that much of a fucking disgusting person. And it's crazy. That like that's the big reveal
Yeah.
of the show. And then what he does to Mark after that is fucking nuts.
Crazy.
Putting his head through that subway
Oh my God.
with
this
all
show's
those people
insane.
just
All those
rushing at
people.
him and all those bodies.
Mm-hmm.
This show, it doesn't really reveal how truly gory it is until the end of the first episode, but then it is unapologetically gory for the remainder
Yeah.
of the show.
Yeah.
Like within the first 10 minutes, Logan kind
Franny
of.
was trying to not watch the show, and I
Yeah.
was begging her to watch it.
Yeah. So within the first 10 minutes of the show, I feel like the show doesn't tell you what it is yet. You know, you got to get through the whole episode to tell you what it is. And I actually heard that from another friend of mine who's dating like her first nerd boy ever. And like they sat down and watched this and like she almost gave up on it too. Cause like she's normally not into comic book stuff and everything. And, I like comic book stuff and I liked that it was by the Walking Dead people. But, the first 10 minutes, I didn't think I was going to get through it.
The first 10 minutes, it plays like a Cartoon Network DC
Yeah.
animated movie.
100%.
It's weird.
Not even like a DC Extended Universe animated movie, not like the good ones, but like
Yeah.
the ones you'd see on TV.
Like it just feels like they're throwing discount celebrities.
Like, it
or
looks like Young
discount
Justice.
superheroes. Yeah.
It does look like Young Justice. I'll agree with that.
But its Americanized animation is misleading, to say the least. This show is incredibly filled with depth and dark and morbid curiosities. Like downright immoral curiosities at times.
Yeah.
Like, eventually what happens with Robot, that's fucking crazy. That's fun. He stole DNA.
And made a clone.
That isn't really a clone, but just a different coexistence of himself that he can't put his consciousness in.
Yep.
Because he hated his life that much.
Yep. And he chose who was going to live and who was going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's crazy.
I feel like they give you something to
And the
hold on
Muller
to
twins
with-
killed people when they escaped, by the way.
Also, not to mention, he put himself in the body of a teenager so he could screw someone who looked like a teenager.
Even though she's 24 or
Yeah.
26.
And even though he's 30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what were we saying?
It's just weird. I was saying, like, just kind of what we were saying. All these characters have character development.
Yeah.
Like, there's some really good ones. Like, Adam Eve is a bad bitch.
Yeah. Do you guys ship more Adam Eve, or do you ship him with what's her name? Oh my god, her name is
Zazie Beetz' character.
Zazie Beetz' character. What's her name? I literally love her, and I can't remember the name right now just because.
Invincible. I'll pull
Is
it
it
up.
Amber?
Amber.
Amber.
I was going to say Andy.
I
Okay.
really like the female characters.
I was gonna say
close.
Andrew.
Amber, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say Brandon.
Do you ship
but-
him with Amber
Right.
or Adam Eve?
I think I ship him with Adam Eve because he can be his true self with Adam
Controversial.
Eve.
But by the end of the series,
Oh, yeah, she knew the whole time that he
Here
was a
is
superhero, I
my
guess.
negative comment about Invincible that I can't ignore. Here's why Invincible
Why?
sucks in one way. You're trying to fucking tell me that when they went to the college and Invincible went and saved them, that she actually nearly broke up with him because he wouldn't say it was him. That's fucked
messed
up.
Yeah.
That's so fucking stupid.
I think
like-
that made me like her less.
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't even like line up. Like the
it
way
goes
she was
against her
acting,
character.
and the way she was acting was as if she didn't know for sure that was him. Like she must be the best actor of all time because she came off like a genuine moron.
I think maybe she was when she said she knew the whole time when he like eventually told her. I think she should have said she had a hunch the whole time.
I knew
Yeah.
she knew.
because
But the way it was happening at the college,
She played it
she
awful.
played it awful, like as if like almost like a mentally abusive person would. Like he literally just risked his life and ended up
Yep.
murdering somebody as a result of what happened. He had to kill someone.
And that's why I like him with Adam Eve.
yeah, I think she's a bit.
You don't like her?
I like Amber. I do. I just don't feel like they mesh well because she's just like
I want Amber and
she feels kind of
I want Amber and
manipulative.
Rex to get together because she needs to like form him into a human
Ooh.
being.
I
could
like
see it.
that actually. I like that.
Maybe we're looking at that in season 2.
Yeah, I want to read all the books, but I haven't read any yet. But I heard the only big difference is obviously like, Mark's not Asian in the book, so that's one.
Yeah.
But other
I don't
than that,
think Amber is she? I don't think.
is Amber not?
I think Amber's like a blonde girl.
Oh, really? I know they changed some of the to make it more inclusive and more like diverse because that's
Yeah.
kind of what the show is promoting in general. But I've told other than that and like one story about like a gym teacher or like a science teacher trying to take over the school was like altered for the show. But other than that, like they stuck pretty close.
Yeah.
Like the Titan stuff is apparently dead on. I love the character of Titan. He's fucking incredible. The one guy who turns into rock,
Oh, him. Yes.
great character. And I thought that like it almost fit in almost like a filler episode of the show until you get to the part where they're all brutally beaten
Beaten
down.
down,
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit. Okay, so this is relevant. Because there's a part of me that was like, does Invincible die now? Because this show is brutal, guys.
Yeah.
It'll do things that you do not expect it to do up front, outright,
Yeah.
straight away.
I mean,
Yeah.
just the first episode.
Yeah, true. I mean, you think they would let us sit on Omni-Man being a good guy for longer because then the rest of the show, we know that something's fucked up. But like, there's literally episodes where it's not even like approached.
You
Yep.
know, there's kids out there that parents put this on for them thinking it was just a cartoon,
Oh,
and then they saw
absolutely.
that fucking
Definitely.
bloody scene.
Definitely.
Ridiculous.
Do you guys like the gimmick where like when somebody says Invincible in the show, the title card
It goes
shows
to the
up
title card.
Love
and then
it.
it gets more bloody as the
Yep,
show goes
I liked
on?
that a lot.
I hope they keep that up, and I hope it's just like disgustingly colored by like season 3. I hope they really do keep that up.
Did you see the plot twist with Titan where he becomes like
Yeah.
the new head?
Yeah, we saw the whole show. Yeah,
Well, no, I mean like, did you see it coming?
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did because there was like like he visibly sees Invincible like helping people. And they essentially get that as a job. So because like what's that one organization, the GBA or whatever, they do pay these superheroes money. Like that's actually that's like temporarily noted at.
It's funny because we started watching this in conjunction with The Boys, and like the way superheroes function in both societies is kind of similar.
But this one's more about like the individuality and like the smallness of being a superhero.
Yeah.
And the other one's more about like, this one's more of an adventure and the other one's a political drama.
Yeah. Definitely. But they both have like superhero companies that are paid,
which is what would happen.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that if Titan,
that's cool that like two different renditions of that.
If Titan wanted to make money and help his family, he could have just become a member of that.
Yeah.
Seeing as they're all forgiving about it.
I agree.
But instead he had a plan, and like Omni-Man in a fucked up way was right, which is horrible that he was right because it says a lot about the human condition that the show doesn't want to talk about. But like Invincible did the right thing, and it was literally playing into Titan's plan the whole time.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, especially when the show sets you up to be like, this isn't a good or bad character, it's gray. It's like, no, like that makes me feel more like he's bad.
Yeah.
And that's what makes him so interesting is like maybe there was a grayness, but like greed made him
go dark.
Yeah. Exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
I do want to say just a couple things about the first episode. I'm like really glad my parents are divorced. If my parents were like that obsessive about getting it on, like I would be like,
God.
I mean, it's a little bit different though because he is like a superpowered.
But what's messed up is later he calls her his pet. Like he's she's
I know.
basically a pet.
That's the twist of the show is you're like, wow, he's really beyond fucked up.
He's like,
she means nothing to him. And the scene where they're at the fucking Italian thing and he's all like the Italian diner or whatever, and
he's just like, I'm on vacation.
He's like, I'm on vacation, let him handle it. And the whole time he's like, I need you to say you trust me.
Yep.
And it's like what you realize when you rewatch it is that he was like, if you don't say you trust me, I'm killing you at this Italian diner right now.
100%.
Yeah, especially like I feel like you get more bad vibes from him too and realize like something's fucked up if you haven't already. When she talks about like, oh, it's been 20 years and he's like, oh, it has?
Yeah.
I feel like that was like some chilling. Like they're good at like giving you like subtle things that I'm sure you'd pick up on even more if, like on a second watch.
I mean, if you had any mistakes over whether he was cruel as a man though in some way, when he goes to the alien planet, first of all, the animation in that episode is fucking incredible.
God.
So good. Was that episode
I forgot about that.
Episode 2, when he goes to the red planet.
Episode 2?
That's episode 2.
Episode 2. The show's only 8 episodes, Franny.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I know. So much happens in that short amount of time. I mean, like, the Doc Seismic's episode 5, and there's only 3 episodes left in the series after that episode. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy how short the show is for this one season. And they really got anybody they wanted for the voice cast. You got Seth Rogen on the docket. You have Nick Kroll. You have, what's his face? Who's the guy who plays the Damien Darkblood, Mr. Krabs? I can't remember the actor's name. He's a great fucking voice actor. They have him playing Damien Darkblood, and he's so good.
Yeah.
Damien, that character's awesome. I love that character so much. Because it's almost like a Saturday morning cartoon version of Hellboy.
Yeah.
But for some reason, he's placed in this very graphically violent show.
I love
But
it.
he himself is just like a grandpa with an overcoat.
I love it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I love it.
And when they fucking exercise him, is it not the saddest moment ever?
I want him to. I wonder if he'll come back in
If he does,
season
he's
2.
going to be a fucking villain. Because his whole thing was he was trying to save his mortal soul the whole time. If he was forced back into hell by them, he's going to come back and fuck them up if he gets out.
I mean, it has to.
True.
And that's a great villain because then
He
he would have to get all powerful from hell. But watch, they might never bring him up again because that's how this show is. This show is like cutthroat about their character involvement. Like they killed the one Bobby Hill looking dude, even though by this point he was like our Coulson. He was our Coulson, dude.
I know.
He looks just like Bobby.
Do you guys think they did that on purpose? Because I think they did that on purpose.
Definitely. They want.
And then there's another.
It's an American animation. They're trying to like have their little like motifs.
There's another character that they rip from that they like pay homage to something, right?
One Punch Man.
No,
Well, they do One Punch Man.
There's a guy too.
Which one?
He's the same. He's like principal. I don't know. He's like something like
Oh,
that.
they do Carl Winslow in
Yeah.
this, but he's Principal Winslow. They do Carl Winslow from Family Matters and have it voiced by the guy who plays Carl Winslow in Family Matters, and he's the principal.
I did not notice that.
Yeah.
Principal
Oh
Winslow.
my gosh, I remember him being like, "You're late. Let's
Yep.
talk about you graduating." He's like,
Yep.
"What if I'm not going to go to college?" Oh my gosh.
That's Carl fucking Winslow,
I did
dude.
not even notice
Carl of Duty.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
It's such a great cast.
But
Like, they
One
have-
Punch Man's also in the superhero tryout scene. All they did was add like little like antennas to his head. That way they didn't get copyright stricken, you know. But it's definitely One Punch Man. It's really cool that he's there.
I love that.
The tryout scene is fucking awesome.
So good.
It's like everything I wanted like a Justice League movie to be, where it's gritty and like interesting, and like it's almost like a Justice League meets Marvel movie where it's like these characters with really unconventional weird powers.
Yeah.
But they're the defenders of the earth. So you do have 60s period monkey boy fighting chick who is named Shrinking Ray. Like it's really interesting powers to add up, and it makes it interesting to watch them use these like particularly strange powers. Like Rex is basically Gambit,
I want to
but
know,
a douche.
Do you think? I don't feel like Rex deserved to make the.
I think he did.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I think
he can turn anything
yeah.
into a nuclear warhead.
I guess.
Yeah, he's kind of. I feel like he's almost a given. I feel like he almost didn't have to try out and might have not.
He's simply because
He's a given.
he's the nuclear option. He can blow
Yeah.
himself up.
Is
Yeah.
he just like that awful? That's why I don't.
Yeah, no,
care.
you hate. I hate him too. But then there's elements of him that I like, where he's like getting to be redeeming, but he's still an asshole.
That's why, like,
I could see-
regardless of the Adam Eve stuff, like, the team needs him more than they need Adam.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But also, Robot's keeping him around for another reason too,
Yeah.
Oh.
as you later find out.
I find that whole dynamic interesting.
I love
I knew he was gonna fuck that little girl when he
I
walks
mean,
up.
yeah.
When Robot walks up and says, "Leave your emotional ties out of this," and there was like nothing sexual going on at all. You're like, Robot, quit being thirsty. That was weird. And also, like, Robot is a fucking villain in his own right. He let people die
100%.
from the Mauler twins. And not to mention one of the Mauler twins themselves, who could be the original, or it's like been diluted so much there's not an original anymore, which I think is more likely. But still,
agree.
it's like that one died, and it did have a consciousness. So that alone, plus the other guards that were there, and he fucking did that shit
I love the
just
twins.
to fuck a little girl. It's weird. He's a fucked up guy.
Yeah, the twins were so. I loved the twins.
Are you talking about the Mauler twins?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're voiced by the guy who's
Does
the
Gantu from Lilo and Stitch and
yeah,
stuff?
and it made me so happy. I was like, it's Gantu.
I said that when we were watching it.
I like their theme music, too.
Yeah, their theme music's dope.
good.
I like how it gets really like urbanized whenever
Yeah.
they come on screen.
They're
They kind of have like this thug mentality to them.
Yeah.
And it makes it feel more like it's taking place in like a big city with all these like diverse characters too, like the Mauler twins and
And they really took that like Frankenstein narrative
Yeah.
of like them always confusing what's Frankenstein, the doctor, or the monster itself, by just making him the physical both of them, like combining that essence
that's
together.
a good point.
They're basically Frankensteins.
Yeah.
And I love them, and they're really interesting. And but Franny nearly cried when the Mauler twin almost killed that one security guard. She was like really
Yeah.
upset.
I love Adam Eve's journey to find herself, where she just goes and like makes irrigation for lands and
And it's like that is the moral superhero thing
Yeah.
to do. What everybody else does, if they had the power to do something like that, they're literally wasting their time. They should
Yeah.
be doing what she's doing.
I agree.
yeah, she
She's
just
like the
goes and
biggest
makes her-
hero in the show.
Yeah, she just goes and makes her like her power is pretty much she can make anything.
Yeah, materialize
Yeah.
anything, yeah.
Oh, I love when she's fighting with her parents right before she's about to move out, and she just dematerializes their front door.
Yeah, no, she materializes one and then dematerializes it, right?
No, she
No, she makes it
dematerializes their
disappear,
whole
and then
front
it
door.
comes back when she leaves. She's like, I
No,
left
no,
the
no,
back
no.
door.
First, she made a door.
There was a front
and then
door just
later,
on
when
their
she was
house.
leaving, she got rid of that front door, and then the dad had to go out the back.
I think that was just the front door of their house,
Yeah, I
but
think
we
that
don't
was
need to
just
get
the
into
front
semantics.
No,
over
no.
it.
The first
remember
time
that.
it happened, when they first fought, she made a door in the second story of their house.
Oh,
Then the second time, when they're arguing and she's like, "I'm leaving," she got rid of the front door, and the father had to come out the back door around the
oh,
front.
that's funny.
That's what happened. I remember. I've seen this
I
show
thought she like
twice
let
now.
go of like literally took away their front door.
She did the second time.
Yeah, the
Okay.
second time.
Gotcha.
That was the second time.
I don't remember the door on the first time, but I mean,
She made a
don't
door
remember
on
that.
their second level during their first fight when they're like, "You have to get back with Rex."
Oh, I do remember.
And then
that.
she made a fucking door on the second level of their house and flew away.
Gosh, that was so awful. They were like, "Well, he's there to protect you." She's like, "I can freaking materialize whatever I want."
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know if I want to be a superhero anymore. And then they're like, good, fuck you. And then she's like, door, goodbye. That's pretty much what happens. And then just all your thoughts on Robots Real Body. When we were watching the show and I'm laying on the couch, I feel like that's what I look like.
No, that's actually what our sweet little dog looks like.
It looks like the robot from the show.
He looks like a jacket potato.
He's so cute. You guys can see our dog right now. He's cute. Yeah, I mean, what did you guys think about one of the most interesting episodes for me was the college episode. Mm-hmm. What did you guys think about the Jonathan Groff character, having that happen to him, and like the token gay best friend, who in that episode, in my opinion, earns his right as a character because he actually has something interesting happen and has a character. And that's officially when the show like got rid of its like one of the few bad things it had. Because early on I was like, oh, he just has this random gay friend who's just in the school scenes to exist. But then once they do go to that campus thing and you meet the Jonathan Groff character who's like this like athlete who's like hooking up with his friend, then characters start to actually exist. And that's when I really started to like actually care about the rest of the teens.
Yeah.
Instead of just Mark.
I enjoyed it. I think... I don't know. I just kind of felt like, of course. Like, I feel like the show can't leave something nice. It's like, yeah, we have to screw up something.
Robert Kirkman really seems like he loved the Universal monsters.
Yeah.
Because he just has all these mad scientist characters and like Frankenstein-like
There's
characters and werewolves and shit like that. It seems like that he's really into that. And I thought it was a good, like, it really felt like Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Like, it felt really like niche that there's this like weird eccentric student who's an evil scientist, but I fucking like that shit. So I don't know, I get why other people would be like, that episode's the only bad episode, and I've heard that before.
Yeah,
but I actually think that episode's like a really fucking fun side quest that is reincorporated, by the way.
Yeah,
it does come back up.
It was important.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much I enjoyed it compared to the rest, but I get its purpose. Definitely.
It's like the Fly episode from Breaking Bad. You know, it doesn't really have anything to do with the show. It's just like a really cool fucking like solid episode by itself. And I do love the part at the beginning where there's like that annoying trust fund dude and then he gets fucked over. I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of enjoyed him.
Isn't it Justin Roiland?
Yeah, Justin Roiland voices him, yeah.
The fucking voices in the show, they get everybody.
That's so good.
They have so many good, like, Zachary Quinto as Robot is great.
Yeah, and I don't even like Zachary Quinto like that, but he's good in this show.
But his voice is perfect for a robot.
Perfect, yeah. It is.
I would never think to cast Gillian Jacobs as like Adam Eve. Like, you'd think he'd pick like someone like seductive and blah. And I like that they just picked Britta.
Yeah, exactly.
I loved that.
They picked Jan.
Literally.
I really like Zazie Beetz as...
she's so hot. I mean, yeah.
Jason, whatever his last name is, the guy that plays Rex. That's a perfect casting too.
Yeah, that dude's
voice
great.
is great for that.
Yeah, you know, and like
Clancy Brown was who you're thinking of.
Clancy Brown,
earlier.
he's very good in this.
Damien Darkblood.
Yeah, Damien Darkblood. He's so good in this. And
he's got such
every
a
once in a while,
voice.
because of the stuntedness, you're like, is that Mr. Krabs? But overall, good. Who I really love is the actor who plays as the main agent guy. What's his name again?
The guy who teleports?
Cecil Stedman?
Cecil, yeah.
It is Walton Goggins.
Walter Goggins. Walter Goggins.
I'm Cecil.
Is one of is like an amazing actor, and like he fucking kills it in this show.
He did great.
He is such an epic protagonist.
Literally, Mark Hamill's in this as art.
Mark Hamill plays the costume designer.
And then Seth Rogen is just a random alien.
Is the other alien,
that you meet twice.
But he's not random. I feel like he's a lead into that next season.
He's a lead into
I
the next
loved him.
He was awesome.
I loved him.
Are you using your time out? I love that scene so much. I love the Mars stuff. I love that
Mars
shit.
Stuff was that I cannot wait for that to come back for season 2. Like, that's gonna be
that
so
scene
good.
with the flag on the shoulder is fucking amazing.
It's so good.
And you just know, like, oh shit, like that is literally gonna come back and bite Mark in the ass.
I know, it's so good.
I'm just so excited to see where this show goes to. I feel like it could go on for a while.
And it has the first episode when it plays the credits and then it goes through all the different superheroes and stuff. that build up of like the random characters, they really isolated who those characters were in those like 3 to 5 minute segments we got before they were called away. Like even the Aquaman like dude who's just a fish and he's sitting there bored.
Finally,
that tells you so much. With what was it? Red Wave?
Red Rush. I think
you
was Aquarius, I think.
You see Red Rush like really effectively through that one scene and like his general state of being.
Yeah.
You get what like the Batman like guy is like. You get what like the one Wonder Woman character is like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you get
I think War Woman is her name.
So like if you don't know what's gonna happen in the show, even if you do, that's such an amazing build up to the shock of absolute decimation.
Yep.
And then the return of Immortal is fucking awesome.
So good.
And I love how that ties back in the kids from like the
the way they
security guards kids.
The way they tie the show together all the time with the security guards at the beginning, and then at the first episode, Mark got his powers randomly, and he was taking out the trash, and a trash bag went through the air.
I love that. I
And
thought
then that
wouldn't
same-
happen. I thought the first episode he was not going to get his powers. I was like, this is going to be about if he gets his powers or
You
not.
thought it was Sky High,
Yeah.
Oh.
or Up and Away. Yeah, and then the trash lands in London, and they have a moment like we'd. Like you just call me dad, blah, blah, blah. And it's like really sweet. They keep reincorporating things like when
so
Immortal
funny.
threw that one villain into space.
And you
then,
see him pass by the
Yes.
space station.
They
It was
really
so
they
cool.
really left things like they didn't leave a lot of things untied, at least not on purpose. Like
yeah.
they really tied things up and then let you know at the very end, almost to too much to a degree, where they showed you all the plot points that are going to get picked up. I kind of hate that in shows. I get why they did it. Because they're like, this is give us another season. People want to see these plot points out, so they point out like the alien thing's coming back, the one United Federation of blah 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 is coming back. Like they show individual plot points repointed at the end. I didn't like that as much, but it does let you know that like this shit is coming back, and nothing's gonna go with like untied. Like
Kind of gets
Right.
me hype,
yeah,
TBH, about next season.
I think I would like it better as a trailer instead
Me
of in the
too.
last episode. That's just me though. Like, don't give me anything in the next trailer for the new show. Don't show me anything. Just show me that montage, and then I'm in. I don't want to learn anything before I see it.
Even if they did like a Marvel like post credit scene where maybe you saw like Dr. Seismic and his weird magma things, and you're like, oh, so that's coming back. Interesting.
Oh my God.
I think that could have been cool. Maybe having one or two of them, but like I didn't like the rapid succession of these are all of the things that are going to be accomplished.
It just
in
felt.
season
It just felt a little bit like give us another season, please.
Yeah,
I like
But they didn't know how big it was going to be.
that's true.
with his under
His
grad-
undergrad in feminine
Feminist studies or something.
Yeah. Fourth wave feminism.
what
Fourth
a-
way feminism. Yeah.
You see, this show incorporated feminism in a correct way.
It did. This show is very
Good job, Amazon.
very
Prime.
deliberate and well written. I like pretty much every character in it. Even the ones that kind of suck turn out to be better later.
It's really just been generating memes like crazy too.
The fucking meme of like I told you that, but you didn't listen. The think Mark think. That meme is everywhere, and that's why I was like worried that I was gonna get spoiled because I saw a different meme that spoiled something for me, but it was about Titan.
Oh.
And then like one of the comments in that Titan meme was like, "Oh my gosh, there's so many incredible memes on the internet." So I'm not going back on the internet until I finish the show.
I saw a great one that was Mark and Omni-Man walking, and it's the mom as a dog. They're walking the mom as a dog.
Oh, Debbie.
Oh, Debbie. Debbie's a bad bitch, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I love her. Yeah.
Poor Debbie though. When she goes in there, she's like, "I've been stitching him up for 20 years," and you're like, "Oh, she means a lot. He means a lot to her." And then just knowing that he's like, "My dog is stitching me up,"
I
it's
know.
fucked up to me.
It's so sad.
Weird that he
Like
slams his dog.
her whole life. Like I hope we get more Debbie in next season because like her whole life is crumbled now.
I want
like-
Debbie and Cecil to fuck.
Me too.
I want Debbie and Cecil in the same relationship,
I
and
find
for him to be Mark's new dad.
I find that weird. My mom's Debbie and I'm Cecil. But I find it very interesting that she went to the costume maker. I liked that scene where they went and shared a whiskey. Like I thought that was cool.
And just the fact that like 5 seconds later, Omni-Man shows up and he's fucked.
Yeah,
He killed him, right? You think so or no?
I
think he
think
did.
so.
But we didn't get to see it. I don't think.
I think he didn't.
You really don't think he killed him?
I think he didn't because I think he knows it would be obvious and doesn't want to get caught quite yet.
I think at that point it was kind of
It was
late,
caught.
right?
Dude was
Yeah,
caught.
true.
If his
He was
wife
caught.
knew, he doesn't care what the GBA thinks.
I wonder if maybe he has him somewhere because he's useful. And that's
Maybe.
about it. Because part of me at first was wondering, like, well, you do have sentimental value for your son. That's why you saved your son when I was thinking back on it. But I was like, I don't know if he has it to the same extent for that, like,
No,
guy who
he's
made
just-
his costumes, you know?
Yeah, he has a special skill that could be useful.
Is Robot
I
going to
think.
Why did
generate
you
the
raise
same
your
powers as
eyebrows when you
Rex?
said special skill?
Special skill set.
Is Robot going to generate the same powers as Rex?
I don't
Weird.
think so.
Probably not.
But he's got the same DNA.
I guess that's something to wait and find out.
Because if he does, and then he's like, I don't want Rex here anymore, he's so practical, he might just fucking kill Rex and make him go away. If he can do the same thing Rex does.
Interesting. Here's a question. Did you notice, do Rex and the new body of Robot have different eye colors? Because I feel like Robots has green eyes.
I don't know. I know that he's voiced by a different actor.
Definitely voiced by someone different.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I remember
His
their
name's
eyes
Rudy,
being
I
different.
think.
Yeah,
I
Rudy.
think he calls the new version of him Rudy. Yeah, I mean,
Weird.
it was definitely weird. The fact that he cost people lives in order to turn into this child. I know we keep going back to it, but I just can't imagine that that's going to go unpunished.
I would be mad if it did.
Like, I feel like something is going to happen, or like some worse stakes of things will happen. But yeah, what was your guys' favorite episode?
I like the Mars episode a lot.
The Mars episode was really good.
So good.
I think you're right about them having different color eyes,
Yeah.
Cody. I'm trying to look at a good picture of Rex's eyes, and it's kind of hard to find.
Because I think
But-
Rex's eyes are like brown.
Yeah, I think so. And then Rudy's are green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Weird.
I'd say probably the Mars episode where episode 2 was just so great, and also episode 1's cliffhanger.
Wait, you're
I
talking
think
about
was so
episode
solid.
2 was the one where the
Yeah,
weird.
I'm talking about when Omni is destroying the entirety of the other planet. But
I thought you were
also
talking about
think-
when you went to Mars with the.
Oh, but I was
aliens, or the
also getting ready to
humans.
say I also really liked the Mars episode in general, where they were like they met the Emperor of Mars. I thought that
Yeah.
one was really good. So I don't know.
I loved him and be like, of course I know what you are. I'm the Emperor of fucking Mars, and it's like, wow, okay, sorry. It's like
No.
Earth has no idea what the Viltrumites are, and that's shown very
Mhm.
clearly.
My favorite episode is the one that's just centered around. I really like Adam Eve as a character. I like the one where she fucks off and goes and does magical shit everywhere.
That's good.
I think that's great. I think it's a good, like, lighthearted moment in a very heavy show.
It was pretty crazy when that one dude was having sex with Duplicate. I thought that scene was like,
Oh
really
my
fucked
god,
up.
yeah.
yeah.
And like, he's just such a fucking bad person. You just want to fucking hit him. Like when he's doing this fireworks, everything in me is like, Adam Eve, if you get back with him, I will have no respect for you.
Same. And I'm glad she didn't.
She did not. She was like, nah, no thanks.
Good for her. I also liked that she was more mad at him than Duplicate, because I feel
Yeah.
like in everything you watch, it's like, well, the girl hates the girl because she slammed her boyfriend instead of the actual boyfriend. I like that she was mad at the actual boyfriend.
No, this show actually, like, did feminist values correctly.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, in parts, definitely. I
Yeah,
think
in parts.
I think it just wasn't. I mean, that's not the goal of the show.
No,
but I
no,
think,
but
I
when
think
it
the
needed
show
to be, it did.
is oddly earnest and real in a lot of
Yeah.
ways.
It was respectful. Like, I didn't like how they. I liked how they didn't write just like bimbo women characters.
And in this, and I think the one thing that this has over Dragon Ball Z, because I know I mentioned that it copied stuff from Dragon Ball Z. I mean, obviously it was inspired, but the thing that's interesting about this is it's like a familial story. It's about like a family at its core.
Right.
And it's about a mother who like is losing her relation to like her son in a way because he's just such a different person than she is now.
Yeah.
And it's about a father who's a mentally, emotionally abusive father who
Yeah.
has unrealistic expectations out of his son and also doesn't care about anybody. He's like a fucking sociopath. And then about a kid who basically is, not to be like shitty to him because I think he's an awesome character, but he does have flaws. And one of the biggest ones is his world is just so small. Like for being a
Yeah.
superhero, his outlook and his world is so microscopic. Like he just isn't a very wise character.
I agree.
And all those things together make an interesting family dynamic and drama. Because there's a part of you that thinks, well, maybe Mark just loves his dad so much that maybe he would fucking turn into a tyrant for his dad. I don't think anybody ever thinks that at any point, but I mean, like, if a certain path had been gone down before that happened, I could see him choosing the evil side because he's just so gullible.
Yeah, I think if he had been raised as like a Ventremite and he was like,
because he was gullible enough to fall for what Titan was doing, and he was gullible enough to think that being a superhero was just about having powers. Like, he's a gullible character.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see him grow in season 2, and I want to see him like kind of emotionally tackle like. I mean, he just found out he's going to essentially live forever too. And
that plot point is so dark.
Yeah.
But like, so fucking awesome. He just
found out that nothing he's doing right now matters. Like,
and that his mom is going to be a blip in his life.
His mom's going to be a blip in his life. These girls that he's obsessing over right now are going to be a blip in his life. Like,
he just realized that he's at 100, he's really like 10 years old.
Yeah.
Like, he's still a baby in his dad's eyes for that reason. That's why his dad is like so... And amongst other things, like treats him like a kid because in his mind he's like, you're only 17. That's like being 7 months old to him. Like, that's nothing.
And like, he's just a 17-year-old boy that found this out, and he just wants to be a normal kid by the end of it, and he can't. He's never going to be.
He's trapped.
I want to see him tackle that in season 2.
What was your favorite episode?
Mine?
Yeah.
I said it. The one with where Adam Eve just fucks off and does
you're right.
I like that one. I think visually it's really cool. I like her like theme music. I think it's fun. It's punky.
I think the finale, the one right before the finale, before like Mark knows, when like Cecil is like squaring up against him, and they're sending all this shit after him, trying to stop him, and you just see how unworthy they are to fight him. Like, in the sense of, like, they just don't fucking stand a chance in any way. But you just see them still nipping. Like, they're ready to be that fucking chihuahua that bites at your ankles. If it's all they can do, that's what they're going to do.
It's so cool,
It's really noble. You see how noble Cecil is as a character, where he's like, I know I can't beat you, but I'm going to slow you down until somebody does.
You find out, too, that, like, Cecil's been prepping for this.
Yep.
Like, he's kept... any monster
he's really the Batman of the show.
He's kept any monster on ice that like got close to beating Omni-Man because he's never trusted Omni-Man 100%.
As you should.
That just shows how much bad vibes he was giving off.
Yeah, and
so good.
You know, like,
it's so fucking good.
It's also interesting that like he's open-minded enough to know, like, you know, Mark, like, he's like, I don't know who Mark sided with yet, but I don't believe it's him. Yeah. And like, you get the sense that like Cecil, even though he doesn't like see Mark that much, like, he doesn't really know him, he knows Debbie, and he has a care for Debbie and his kid, and that's why I really do think that they're gonna fucking hook up, because
I think
he's starting to take on this fatherly role where he was like worried about Mark when Mark was hurt. He was saying like, you need to take a break, blah blah this, blah blah that.
He cares about Debbie.
He cares. He's caring about these characters, and it's crazy because you think, would I really care about somebody who's derived from someone who wants to crush me into a million pieces?
And somebody who could.
Somebody who will.
Definitely will.
Yeah,
likely will.
Well, I'm saying Mark could crush him into a million pieces.
But I think what I was saying is like, he knows Mark. He's like a good kid.
Yeah.
And you could tell from like, you know, seeing him working with him, also seeing him like defend his mother's honor essentially.
Yeah.
It's nuts. And the best thing is, this is important to mention, Immortal starts to gouge Omni-Man's eyes out, so the whole finale, he has bloodshot evil
eyes.
Fucking red eyes.
So
and it's
cool.
So cinematic and amazing.
So cool.
And the fight of him just murdering people and being like, see, they're ants beneath our feet. It's like, oh my fucking God.
It's so messed up. Would you say that you relate to any of these characters?
I don't know.
Franny gives me Amber vibes.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I could see myself as like a Mark, but also not. So I don't know.
I think these are hard characters to relate to.
Mm-hmm.
But Cody, do you have one for you?
Maybe Damien Darkblood, to be honest.
Yeah. You just see
honestly,
people's bullshit.
I could see, maybe even Immortal.
Or Immortal. Yeah,
I could see that. I have no idea. No clue.
I think maybe the mom. No, the mom's a bad bitch. The mom's a bad bitch, okay? She fucking figured that shit out. No help.
You're actually just Red Rush's fiance.
You're
She
actually just
fucking-
guts.
She
That's all you are.
handles her shit. She's a bad bitch.
Okay, I'll take Debbie.
I
I'll be
like Debbie.
Gosh, I don't know.
Do we do a fuck, marry, kill?
I
think
I
this
think
is a
everybody
good
would
fuck,
kill
marry, kill.
Omni-Man, right? Like I
Yeah.
don't think
I
anybody would. Or if you say anything else, you're wrong.
If you're trying to fuck Omni-Man, just don't.
I'm out, dog.
I mean, they're
I
they're
mean,
children, so I don't think we can.
we do have Debbie in the room here. I'm just saying.
Hey.
I also feel like if they okay, actually, this is a better question. Fuck the fuck, marry, kill. If you were casting this in live action, who would you cast?
Oh,
Right off the bat, I'm
That's
going.
good. We were talking about this.
Even though John Hamm plays the dad character, I think he'd be great as Omni-Man. I think he'd look really good.
I agree with that 100%.
I would probably. I don't think we could use Steven Yeun because he's just a little too old looking. Although he does like fit the character archetype. I would probably get. I don't know. That character's hard to cast because there's not like.
we had one. We had a good one.
We
that
did.
We said.
I
Who
actually
was it?
I like Sandra Oh for the mom.
Right.
Sandra Oh is great
I
for
said
the mom.
keep Sandra Oh for the mom.
Yeah,
Sandra for the mom, John Hamm for the dad.
They look like a believable couple too.
I
I
agree.
could see that.
And then there are like the guy from 13 Reasons, the one kid who was on Archie,
Yes, the one
The
kid on
Riverdale?
Archie. That's who we said.
the Riverdale kid. I think he'd be good.
Oh, KJ Appa? Is that who
No,
you're
not
talking
him.
about? Or are you talking about shoot, what's his name? Oh, Madeleine Petch for
Yeah.
Adam Eve.
Yes. Hold on.
I think she would at least
Yeah.
look the part.
We said that. It is. Is it Ross Butler? Is that his name?
Oh yeah, Ross Butler. I could
Yes.
see that. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. He's 31 years old. He does not look 31.
Oh.
Jesus.
Interesting.
Yeah, I feel like he does not look 31. He could play a good kid.
Would you keep Robot's voice, or would you choose a different voice actor for Robot?
Oh, I'd keep Zachary Quinto for.
Yeah,
Robot.
Zachary Quinto plays a
I
good
agree.
robot.
I think the only other person who could do it is like James Spader or something. He could maybe do a good robot.
Ooh,
If they can't get him, because that gives them another chance since Ultron went so bad
so bad.
that we could maybe get him to do it. I also I'm trying to find this one actor. I don't know his name, but he's a young, Asian actor. Trying to find his name.
From
I saw him in this short film that I was super obsessed with. Or you could do isn't there? No, I don't like him for that. Yeah, that one's so hard to cast because there's just like, unfortunately, because of how Hollywood is, there aren't a lot of strapping young Asian men to play these roles.
Give it time.
Yeah, definitely.
Give
That's
it time.
definitely the harder one to cast. I mean,
Yeah, I'd agree. I
yeah,
think Mark's
you know,
hard.
like, and it's also like the ones that I would cast are no longer teenagers. Like that kid from Disturbia, I'd be like, cast him, but he's
right?
not a
Like,
teenager
I just want to
anymore.
put Zazie Beetz as Zazie Beetz, but
Right,
she's
but
not
you
a
can't, 'cause
teenager.
she's not. I would probably put like, I wouldn't do Zendaya though either. I would do
No.
somebody who's like totally new, somebody
Yeah.
different.
I was honestly getting ready to say I feel like a lot of them would cater to a new like cast. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't pick a lot of recognizable names for the kids.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I do think Madeline Pesh would make a good Adam Eve though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just,
I
throwing it
agree.
she's
out
got
there.
the energy.
She's definitely she's got the vibe and the demeanor. I like
Yeah.
it.
And like, yeah, you know, but the real thing is like, who would you cast as like Cecil and stuff like that? And those characters I can see from like a million miles away. Like I'd get Gary Oldman as Cecil right away. You know, John Hamm as an Omni-Man,
Yeah.
Sandra Oh as Debbie.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
Gary Oldman as Cecil is perfect.
Gary, because like he kind of like could pull that, like just make it a really serious Black, you know, like if Sirius Black worked for the government. You know what I mean? Because he's kind of got like an uncle-ish vibe as well. Damien Darkblood you keep as the same guy, just have him do the voice.
Yeah.
And then like, I don't know, who would be a good immortal?
That's literally who I was thinking of right now.
Maybe like Andrew Lincoln would make a good immortal.
Let me see.
And you know he'd do it because it's a Robert Kirkman property. Honestly, guys, list your fan casting like in the
Yeah.
comments because I really think that this could make a
Oh,
great
yeah.
live action show. But I think Andrew Lincoln would be good as
That
immortal.
might be a good immortal.
because he can get buff as hell and he's got basically the same hair and eye color.
Who would you put as Rex?
Oh, Rex is important.
I feel like Rex
I'd-
is an important one because
I-
it's got to be somebody
do you
douchey
go?
and
Do you
hateable.
go with hot douchey or do you make him like as comically weird as the?
I think you go with douche.
See, that's tough.
Or no, comic. I think it has to be a fine line between comic weird, attractive douche.
Hear me out.
The good thing is that it doesn't have to be a teenager because he doesn't even go to school. So it could be somebody a little bit older.
Miles Teller.
Miles Teller? Ooh, I'd hate that.
But he's like kind of in shape, so he's like handsome, but he's like a weird handsome.
No, I think Shia LaBeouf is closer, and you can't even pick him. Maybe somebody like
I don't see Shia LaBeouf.
I definitely don't see Miles Teller. Maybe like like that one dude from Stranger Things, Billy. The Power Ranger.
Montgomery.
Yeah, he'd be good. I think he could totally pull off like the douchey guy.
Oh yeah.
Dacre Montgomery would be good, or Dacre, however you pronounce it.
And he'd have like the look that they want for Rex.
Yeah, I mean he pretty much looks like Rex.
And he just looks a little older than the rest of them.
And he is, and we don't know his age because he said he didn't go to high school.
Yeah, it seems like he's probably mid-20s and they're teens.
Who would you cast for Duplicate?
Duplicate.
I don't think that one really matters too much, but
because you can also make it whoever. She's such a non-thing. It's like you really just need like a comedic actress to like step into.
Well,
that
that's
role.
what I was curious about, was whether you'd go comedic or someone more serious.
I'd probably go with the one chick from Booksmart, not the bigger chick, but the thinner one from that, or
with the red hair. Mm-hmm. Shoot, I don't remember her name.
Me either, but she'd be good.
She's great. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see that. Love that.
Or if you weren't like super obsessed with the red hair thing, I think what's her face from Midsommar? What is her name? Everybody loves her. Oh shit, what is her name? She's like a huge star. She would be really good as Adam Eve. Hold on.
I would also say for Adam Eve, I think she's a little too old now, but Molly Quinn, she was on, I think, Castle.
You know Florence Pugh? She'd be a good Adam Eve.
Oh yeah,
Florence Pugh. Interesting.
As an Adam Eve would be a good choice because you can still cast her as high school. She still looks young enough to where it'd be passable.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I like Madeleine Petsch.
Yeah, I mean,
I like her better.
That one is like a better looking one, but I feel like if we're talking about acting chops, I don't know.
Petsch has decent.
She's
acting
okay.
chops.
I mean, she's
that kind of character, she could do it.
She could get vibe.
Maybe. I think it would be an elevation for her for sure.
Yeah.
It'd probably be her biggest thing.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but I'm just being honest. I don't know if she'd be my first choice other than like the actual look of the character.
Right.
Well, like Logie said, if you have any fan casts, put them in the comments.
What do you rate the show?
Oh, dude, it's like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's 10 out of 10 for me. I love it.
Yeah, I'd give it a 9.5.
Yeah, like the only reason why I'm not going with a full 10 out of 10 is just because it's really short and you feel like you commit to it and then it suddenly stops.
About to say.
All right.
I love that.
You can listen to me and Cody on Crosscut Cinema podcast.
Oh, I'm on Crosscut Cinema now?
Me and Logan.
Ooh.
Whoa. Me and Logan and... Sorry, Logan, you're kicked off.
What? You can check out Frani at Average Joe Interviews. Dumb asshole. Anyway, go ahead, finish your plug.
Crosscut Cinema. Oh.
Kidding. Go ahead.
We review movies. We'll have the link to our YouTube in the description. You can also find us if you're not listening on YouTube, youtube.com/apilotpodcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We have new stuff coming up. Nothing to announce at the moment, but if you subscribe to our notifications, you'll be the first to know.
Yeah, and I mean, you can expect more content in the future. We just don't know what yet. But
yeah,
if you're like, man, this podcast once every other week is not enough, like it will be becoming
and
more.
let us know if you have suggestions on what you'd like to see us do.
Yeah.
We're still toying around some options, so let us know.
Things in the pipeline.
Yeah. You can check Logan out at Average Joe Interviews.
Or check out my general YouTube channel. It has extra clips, extra content. It's youtube.com/Logan Tyler. Sorry, Logan Tyler Music. I'm going to make this joke every time because I narrowly beat you for the URL. LOL. You seem like a nice guy.
And hi, I have an EP. It's called Temple, and it's out on all streaming services. And yeah, you can listen to it and stuff. And follow me on YouTube because I don't even have a specific URL yet. So hey, if you would like to do that, that would
guys,
be
seriously,
great.
go sub to his channel so he can get his URL, please.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys.
We love you. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye. Pilot Podcast.